So what happened? Pretty much due to popular demand, I am re-rolling Baldur's Gate 3 for those who haven't seen, or for those who want to see another take on Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access Edition. So what I'll be doing is I will re-roll my character into one of my favorite races, which is a Tiefling, and I'll be choosing a different class, which is a Ranger. So if you're on Twitch and if you're on the PC, unfortunately it doesn't work on mobile. What we can do to experiment with the interactivity is to actually play Baldur's Gate 3 with your choices. So how do we do that? We have what we call extensions. When you watch me on Twitch, you just need to download a very small file, an extension that will allow you to make choices for you, will allow you to vote choices that my characters would make in game. So that's a interactivity involved in. So we tried to do that yesterday, but something went wrong on Twitch. So this is what I'm actually going to do for today's session. But that doesn't mean that whatever that I started yesterday will stop. No, we will still continue on with what we had yesterday and continue on the story of my half-drow warlock as he journeys on to Act 1. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 11. So today is just a very special stream to pretty much test out Twitch capabilities for those who will be joining me for my remainder of my playthrough with a Tiefling Ranger. Alright, so here is what will happen. We are on screen, Baldur's Gate 3. And before we do that, let's do some introduction. I think I haven't played this yet for this specific stream. And, of course, courtesy of George R.R. Martin, here's our opening.
Wiener, 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 next to another wiener, 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 two wieners alongside yet another wiener, party, wiener, party, 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 wiener, wieners, nice and soft, non-erect wieners. Flopping wieners, flopping wieners.
We're back, and now let's go for Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access Edition. Take note, this is not the full game yet, so what usually happens with Larian Studios is they put up the Early Access Edition for players who, get some feedback out there, make improvements on the game, or suggest some things. But we are playing the 5th edition rule set of Dungeons & Dragons. I am your Dungeon & Dragon expert. I am a paid DM, a professional DM who handles clients online. So whatever I know about 5th edition, at least from all my book sets here, I will take some knowledge on 5th edition as we go through Baldur's Gate 3, because Baldur's Gate 3 is pretty much built in that 5th edition rule set. Okay? There's some tweaks here and there. It's not very 100% based on what we see on the rule books, but the majority of it is. So let me guide you through as we play. Now, without further ado, we are gonna go and do a new game on the Tiefling Ranger. Alright, so let's do this. So what you're seeing right now is what you call a mind flare. Contrary to popular belief, mind flares didn't originate from Stranger Things. It is based from D&D. That's what you call mind flare. What he's doing is putting a parasite in us so that we will become one like them.
Who are you?
Alright. Very quick character build. We're not gonna be discussing as I discussed yesterday. We'll discuss some basic concepts as it comes up. So we have origin. You can see pre-made characters here, and you can also see that it's not available for early access. So we're only stuck with pretty much what we have on custom. And I actually didn't know that we could actually change the name of our character. So I know Tav. Tav was my half-drow warlock. Forgot about that. But let's change her name. Let's stick with female this time. Okay. Let's select a background. I didn't select a background yesterday. So, is she a criminal, entertainer, folk hero? So backgrounds pretty much add flavor in terms of what skill you're proficient in. In D&D, if you're familiar with tabletop, everything you do, because it is a theater of the mind type of game, everything you do in Dungeons and Dragons will require a dice roll. So, what if you're proficient with that certain action, for instance? So, the proficiency will add additional numbers to what your dice roll is, which will make you more successful, but not all the time, because it's still a dice roll, right? So, let's see, Guild Artisan. Okay, because athletics is pretty good, especially when you're creating a frontline tank or a frontline fighter. That's what I'm going for. I'm really creating a frontline fighter. Perception is very important because most of the dungeons in D&D would require a sense of perceiving if there is a trap or if you sense something very dangerous ahead. So these two are my top picks. Since I am a frontliner, I want to perceive what's in front of me. I'm the leader of the party, and since I am also a frontliner, I want to be athletic, very, very athletic. So we'll go with that. Let's do a character name. I don't know. Something to do with letter Z, because Zariel is what we'll do. We're gonna create a tiefling, by the way. Zarian, man. Zelda. Tiefling. Now, tieflings are pretty much what you can see in front of you. They look evil, they seem evil, but not all of them are. They're infernal creatures, but just like the drow, which majority of them are wicked, majority of them are corrupted, because they lived in the Underdark and have been oppressed for a long time. That doesn't mean all of them are evil. Similar to tieflings, not all of them are evil. So, Mephistopheles, Zariel, Tiefling, and Asmodeus, Tiefling. Asmodeus is the big bad, not really big bad, but the big honcho of hell. Now, Hell in Faerun, or not, Hell in D&D is pretty much divided into 9 layers. And Asmodeus, or whatever you want to call him, is pretty much the big honcho, the head honcho of the last layer of Hell. Whereas he is the big bad, or the big head honcho of the last layer of Hell. You have Zerial, who was an archangel and is the leader, so to speak, of the first layer of Hell, which is Avernus. So we'll go with Zerial because of the base +1 strength and +2 charisma. We'll go with boys. We'll go with that head. Okay. The song down by the river. Let's do a horn that's pretty much sleek. Hornless. See that? That's pretty nice. We're doing a Tiefling, by the way, so we're also gonna do Ranger. It's going to be a Tiefling Ranger for this run, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop with the run that I did yesterday. I love Warlock, so we're going to continue with Warlock tomorrow. But this is just so if people want to join me on Twitch, you can choose for me whatever choices we have, at least for the next how many hours that we run with this game. Okay? I want a Ranger Knight primarily because they will be proficient in heavy armor. And the reason why I'm making a Ranger is I want someone on the front line that's not a fighter. And with a Ranger Knight, you are proficient in heavy armor, so you'll definitely be someone who is like a tank and someone who's offensive in the front line. Beast Tamer, because I like to cast Find Familiar, which you will see in a bit. Now you see Athletics and Perception was actually pre-selected when we chose the Sailor as a background. So my Tiefling over here was a Sailor. For some odd reason, maybe sailing from the island of Chult, north of Baldur's Gate toward Baldur's Gate. And instead of nature, which I don't like too much, let's go for investigation. She is also very perceptive. She likes to investigate on things. I don't like to be stealthy. So instead of stealthy, we are going to do with insight. Because insight allows you to read people and situation, piercing through lies and other forms of deceit. So no bullshit can cross Zelda, our Tiefling Ranger. Survival is more of tracking, foraging, hunting, familiarity with natural hazards. Not really my style, to be honest. So what I'll do is I will take survival, put it in investigation. Stout is also not my style, so I'm gonna do animal handling because you have animal when you have Find Familiar and you have that skill. Of course, it makes sense for you to have animal handling. Abilities: Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. For frontline fighters, what's really important is Strength and Constitution, so we'll be focusing on that. We're not going to be focusing too much on Intelligence and Wisdom. Charisma, not really so much as well. So we'll really make someone who is really tanky. Even Dexterity will probably just have maybe just +1. What's important, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, are what you see on the pluses here, because that is what you add to your dice roll. Say you rolled a 17 for strength, and for any strength skill base or for any action that would include strength, you would add +2 to 17, which would be a 19. So any pluses would definitely be good. Intelligence, you know what? I don't like any -1s because I'm always afraid of dice rolls. You can be really unlucky at times, rolling a lot of low rolls. So what we'll do is we'll be an okay we'll be a +0 on charisma. we'll add on to intelligence so that at least it doesn't negate us to -1. Maybe add +3 for strength. Can we add more for constitution? You can't. You can only do plus. Oh, interesting. So, dexterity or charisma? You know what? I'll do 13 for charisma because I already have acrobatics, I already have sleight of hand, +1 stuff. So, as you can see, these are the stats that are pretty much affected by wisdom. So, strength, athletics, dexterity, you're very good. At any acrobatic skill check, you're good at sleight of hand, you're good at stealth. Constitution is pretty much your HP and how beefy you are. Intelligence, you have a lot. Arcana to religion, wisdom, animal handling, insight, and perception. And, ooh, maybe we should put in more for wisdom. Primarily because majority of my skill set that I put, like animal handling, insight, and perception, are wisdom-based ones. So, yeah, let's create someone who is very wisdom-filled. So at least that when they roll any animal handling, insight, perception, medicine, they get a +3. Oh, +1 for medicine as well. Okay, let's do that. And we shall venture forth. It should be good.
Tell me,
Oh,
who do you
we're
dream
gonna have
of
to
at
choose
night?
our love interest then. A female that loves a female. That could work. That could work. Let's stick with Drow. So she always dreams of this Drow.
Hell.
A tidy slot, but no room.
Seems pretty hot. Let's do an elegant sort of hairstyle. Maybe a long, just a bald one. Not judging, but I think we should be good with number 5. Or it's just a bit too cheeky for our taste. Not this one. This one's okay. So let's venture forth. Finally. So if you have Twitch, unfortunately not on mobile, but if you have Twitch on PC, what you can do is add the extension of Baldur's Gate. Takes less than 5 seconds. I think you just need to click on it, and you can join me in my journey, at least for the remainder of this run. Ask me to take choices here and there. Mind flayers are pretty much whenever you see them, you just run, especially when you're low level. So these are pretty dangerous folks. This is not Baldur's Gate, ladies and gentlemen, the one that the Nautiloid is at. Just to be clear, this is some city that I forgot, but this is not Baldur's Gate. This is not the geography of Baldur's Gate. So that is how they recruit. They pretty much touch you, teleport you to their Nautiloid, which is the ship, and put parasites in you to make you a mind. You might think people on the Red Dragons are like the heroes. They're really not. They're called Yankee. They're not. They're pretty bad. Thanks, Ironic Gamer. Thank you for the help with the audio a while ago. And the Yankee and the Mind Flayers are pretty much not in good terms ever since Mind Flayers have pretty much enslaved them, so to speak. just saw was the Nautiloid pretty much traveling to another realm. With a strum of their guitar like tentacles, they transported to another realm. And this realm is going to be pretty interesting because you'll see soon enough. You're seeing right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call Blood War. The ongoing battle, or the forever battle between devils and demons. Yes, that is right. Devils are different from demons here in D&D. Devils are pretty much the lawful evil types of creatures, and demons are the chaotic evil types of creatures. Whereas devils want to control you, demons just want to eradicate everything in your path.
My head.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are in Avernus, the first layer of hell.
Where the hells are we?
You're not gonna see me ignoring loot. If there's loot, I am gonna get it because I am greedy as F. See, I even missed it. I even missed the test.
Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
So this is what will happen. Target is 8. I rolled a 9, which means I pass.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Since we've already investigated and we know that if we touch it, it's gonna crumble, we're gonna leave. Dead mind clear is always good.
Good.
So what I'll do is we'll pretty much quick save because I will go to the menu for just a brief second and allow the Twitch integration to come into play. Options, it should be at the bottom. It should be enable integration. And there we go. And then if you just press continue, our future choices will now be your choices, the viewers, when you're on Twitch. Unfortunately, this only works on Twitch and not on mobile. I've tested all that I can in terms of the plugins, but the extensions.
Am I in the hells?
That's what we get. At least for the moment. So if you're joining on Twitch and you're on PC, we'll test the integration right now.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please,
Even without doing
Before
anything,
they
I passed
return!
my perception check.
they
Because my
return.
character is very perceptive. See, when I click on this button, that's pretty much allowing people on Twitch to choose for me. As of the moment, there's 0%. So if anyone's watching on Twitch, you can pretty much vote. And there is a time frame that goes from here until, of course, the end, clockwise. We'll see if anyone votes. And if not, I'm going to make the choice for myself. If you don't see it, you might need to install it on your extensions for Twitch. So I'm gonna leave this for the future choices. I'm gonna choose number 1 first.
Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One
So I
that is
don't know
more
what it is because I
brain
failed
than
my Arcana
person.
check. Well, the good thing about it is you see the rolls that pretty much the game does for you here in the upper left.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
And this is where we'll see if someone is joining on Twitch. Let's see. I'll give a couple of time, maybe 15 seconds to vote. If not, I will do pretty much a strength check because that is my forte as a frontline fighter. Investigation can also do. You know what? Let's do investigation. I rolled a 6 and I needed an 8 to pass, which means
Apart from this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about the brain.
we'll break the skull. So, oh, natural 1. Natural 1. My first natural 1 roll of the evening.
The skull.
Usually when
holds
you roll
fast.
natural 1 in tabletop, there's a huge consequence, but I'm glad that there's no consequence here. Aside from probably not being able to know what that brain is all about. That could have been our friend, but since we don't have friends yet, let's summon one by summoning a cat.
Exectura!
There we go. That's why I like Find Familiar, because you can summon either a spider, summon a raven. That could just follow me around. Doesn't have pretty high HP, it's only at 2 HP. So we'll breeze through the first one. Because we really want to see a different perspective from yesterday, which was spellcasting. Today, now we're more of like a frontline fighter type.
Abomination. This is your end.
She's not an orc, ladies and gentlemen. She's not
Your
a
head
goblin.
throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past.
She is
A
what you
dragon's
call
wing,
like a
a
Yankee.
silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the
Mortal
strange
enemies
woman's
of mind
eyes.
flayers.
Ugh. My head. What is this? Ugh. Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. Who am I?
We're very
Your
perceptive,
only chance
so,
of survival.
and very nosy
You
too.
mine, though it pains me to
So we're
say
just gonna
it.
ask a lot of questions until they get mad at us.
It is where we might gain control of the Ga'arth, the ship. Once in command, we will deal with our Geich captors.
Gate captors, is equivalent to.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship.
from what I
We will
know,
address the
she
matter of a
is
cure for this
also
infection once we reach the
a
material.
frontline fighter. So we'll have some frontline fighters for this battle that's about to come up. D&D is pretty much turn-based. For those who are familiar with tactics-style gameplay, Final Fantasy Tactics, it really originated with D&D because when you play tabletop, it is pretty much a turn-based system. Since I'm a ranger, aside from carrying a melee weapon, I also have a bow and arrow, so we can pretty much shoot. Critical miss, meaning I rolled a natural 1. And I'm so glad that there are no consequences here when you do roll a natural 1. Not sure where my cat familiar is. Oh, he couldn't jump. Can he? He can jump. There we go. Let's save the day. Mr. Pounce. It's very Divinity-like as well in battle. People who are not in battle you can control in real time. Now she is included in the turn-based system because she got near the encounter. So we'll proceed with Zelda not having a turn and her turn. You know what we'll do is we're gonna try to go here. We are gonna switch to our main hand. As a bonus action, we're gonna dip our dagger or whatever you call that, and try to at least attack. And no, we can't. Unfortunately, so I have to rely on my bow and arrow. So in D&D, the action economy is divided into movement, action, and bonus action. There's also a reaction which you'll find out a little bit later. Once it comes up, I will explain. For now, we have an action just to attack. We just moved a while ago, so we expended our movement bar. We can move 9 meters. And we have a bonus action which can be either a second wind or one of these 3. Dipping your weapon in an element of your choice that's nearby you, shoving, and hiding. So we'll shove. We'll try to shove it because we're still waiting. I guess that failed because it didn't. She didn't move. Alright, so Mr. Pounce will come here. I don't know if it's a female or a male, but we'll just call her Mr. Pounce. Get them neutral and just meow. I don't know what that did. I guess did it taunt imps? I hope so. But this imp is probably not going to find out. Because we are going to stab the heck out of it. Good. Jump here. Miss. When you have a high armor class, rolls against you pretty much. It's not that you're not gonna have any advantage or disadvantage, basically, but when you have a high armor class, it'll be harder to hit you because the enemy would need to roll higher for them to hit you. So that's why imps have been missing my front line because she has high AC. Let's go close. Let's do a pincer attack. That's that damage is 2. I guess I should have dipped that. See, it's another miss, so I have high AC. That's why when you're having a frontliner, AC is really important in D&D. What's important is AC and health. AC is armor class, by the way. I guess Mr. Pounce just throw me out again. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Pounce. Critical miss. I rolled the second natural one. Or I think it's my third natural one, which only means one thing. I'm about to get lucky very soon. See, that's where we talk about an opportunity attack or a reaction. So you have an action, a bonus action, and a reaction. So what the imp did is move away. You don't do that when you're nearby a melee character because they will have a reaction on you and they will have a free attack on you. Of course, that reaction can miss because it's always a die roll. But fortunately for us, the die roll went in our favor. It rolled high and it hit the imp. And because the imp moved away, it got hit. So we have to be mindful of that when you're playing D&D. And since we attack as a reaction, that doesn't mean we skip a turn or anything because during our turn, we still have our action. Just like this. Free damage. Okay. Miss. See, they keep missing. That's why you always want to lead with your frontliner who has high armor class because they're most likely gonna miss. This Mr. Pounce is gonna be so brave and it's just gonna meow in front of that imp because it doesn't know fear. There we go. Meow until it dies. Can we reach that imp? No. Because it's too tired of pretty much hacking and slashing. It's gonna try to hit it with an arrow. But not before. Not before dipping it in flame first. Because it's very important for D&D enthusiasts or players to respect the action economy. When you have a bonus action and, you know, you can use it, please use it. That didn't do anything because it was a miss and I rolled low for my attack. Can we get near the end? Yes, we can. This Githyanki is gonna slice and dice.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
We're good. We're good.
Now, to the helm.
Just get a non-spoiled tank. I guess it's gonna be useful in the future. I don't know. I'm controlling Yankee. No loot. Oh, there's there we go. Potion. Whatnot. I think I saw an axe here, which is weird. He had an axe on his on the imp's body, but when you search his body, you don't find anything. This is probably a healing demonstration.
Better.
So those are red dragons. They're pretty hard creatures to deal with at level 1. I do not suggest you to fight a dragon head on, especially if it's a red dragon. There are lots of dragons in D&D. Even a young red dragon is not going to be a problem. So my advice is to steer clear of dragons until you probably get to so it's still tough. Imps, on the other hand, is
I'll lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen.
I'm not gonna lie, I tried to kill
Red
this
rats.
person. And I ended up with a
Fighting
battle.
and they're
Imps and whatnot.
clawing.
I'm gonna waste our time.
Mind
here.
flayers have already enthralled him. Leave him, or we will share his fate.
Boo got me, right in the gut. Tell the babes I'll be all right.
To the helm. You are needed to survive.
I didn't get this encounter. Fine to the helm. Following you doesn't seem like a good idea.
Imperfect.
Fine.
Do not delay. Do not delay.
So, intellect of our. These are tough ones because if it gets to your brain, it's going to suck the intelligence out of you. You don't want to deal with it. I'm so curious.
We're the robbers, and they're the watch. Ready? Aim!
I guess that's pretty much it.
See that? Gotta aim right between the horns. Good lad.
Man, mind flayers have it easy on them. They just enthrall people and they just let people do the bidding for them. I should have. I didn't know it was going to be a battle, but I have high AC, so I'm not scared. I'm quite confident about these encounters. That's a reaction attack. I shouldn't have come near this enemy. And now I don't have an action. I don't know why. I should have an action because I just moved. But I guess what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, I got hit. It's only a one. There we go. Let's try and narrow this up. Let's try to like rest this in. Two, not bad, not bad. Maybe just come near, and then maybe push the end. No, let's try to push him out of the not avoid, but not really a good idea. I think my cat is dead, or it just got desummoned for some reason. Not bad, Yankee, not bad. Oh,
I'm a bit peaked, Van. I think I'll go to bed early.
So, we are in a Nautiloid and Avernus. Not a very peculiar combo if you were to ask me, because not a lot of mind flayers get into hell. Go. Mucous membrane. Let's see. Zelda the Tiefling. Go to maybe the part
Istik,
of
back!
the North.
Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
The Gathanki just told us to touch nothing without purpose. But Zelda the Tiefling is a very handsy type of creature. She can touch everything. And that was a bad idea. That was a 1 XP. Speed, was it worth it? Let's see, AC Queen. I'm gonna call my Zelda. Wow, 13 damage. This Githyanki is one badass moderate. There's still one button to push, so might as well. And that didn't do anything, I guess.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Arcana, I'm not proficient in it, so I have no plus when I roll, but we always roll, ladies and gentlemen. That's what D&D is for. We always roll, and the target is 7, so it's an easy roll to make. I just hope 19. We know what's gonna happen, or we know what that thing is.
Warding runes. The pod won't open unless they're destroyed.
Unfortunately,
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please!
It cannot be helped.
Another way.
Come.
it says destroy. Let's see if we can save here. Let's see if we can destroy this Mindflayer pod. No, I'm not gonna use an action or a slot. No, we can't save. So she's probably just gonna stay there. As much as I wanted to save. Look, it's an intellect devourer.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
That didn't happen yesterday. Uh-oh. This reminds me of Mass Effect 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call a ceramorphosis.
Change.
Ceramorphosis.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
This transformation of someone hosting a parasite into a mind flayer itself. It's a scary thought because
Could mean anything.
we're gonna be turning into mind flayers if we don't get a cure for this.
The key. For what?
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
That's it? Nothing?
The newborn mind flayer.
Okay. I guess we can't kill our bosses. Nope. I tried. But what we can do is we can try to kill this intellect pod. If we can catch it. at that. It's a locked chest. Now it's unlocked.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Okay. Yes, boss. Yes, Yankee. There we go. We have a showdown.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now!
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Battle. Let's see if we can hold that thought. We are going to take a 10-minute intermission just for the sake of this battle to rehydrate and stuff. So, BRB. back. And let's see, this is a sort of like a difficult encounter because of the number of imps and this big boss called Commander Zoc. We're not too much high of a level yet, so we're just gonna pretty much deal with the cannon fodder imps. Nope, miss. He missed it.
Throw their corpses in the sticks.
That was also a miss.
We need to get out of here now.
Oh, I'm burning. Dang it. Miss. We're just gonna keep on rolling. This Lae'zel is one badass mofo.
If the ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Uh-oh. Did we bug, ladies and gentlemen? Larian Crash Reporter, send and close. Anyways, we will be back in a bit. While we see what's happening on the cloud end. So, as mentioned, Baldur's Gate 3 is not a full game yet. It's only Act 1 in its early access, meaning there will be a lot of bugs like this. There will be a lot of animation bugs, as some of my viewers might have seen yesterday. Animation is still not 100% spot on. There's some things that's messed up with hand animations, with death animations, but that's why we are here as players, to give proper feedback to Larian Studios. Larian Studios is one of my favorite developers, and they haven't made a game that I didn't like yet. And with Baldur's Gate 3 and their helm, it's a pretty exciting product. And I'm not actually 39 because I was also playing by myself just to test out some things. It doesn't bore me, so that's pretty much how great this early access of a first act is, right?
Do it.
Skip. We're gonna go forward. And hit them with what we got. Wow, that's
We need to get out of here now.
D&D, what's important is action economy. So in a battle, you pretty much want to diminish the number of enemies as fast as you can. So what I'm trying to say is don't spread the damage out to multiple enemies. Keep on focusing on one, maybe two at situational times, and just keep on dwindling down their numbers because action economy will always be against you, especially when there are more enemies than you, because they have more turns than you. Especially for Baldur's Gate 3, the action economy, I think the maximum party members you can have is 4 total. In real life D&D or tabletop D&D, the optimal is still 4, but it can go up to 6, 7. I've seen tables with 8 players. So the action economy it gets trivialized the more players you have. But with Baldur's Gate 3, only 4 players or only 4 characters, so action economy is very, very important. Natural 20. Critical hit. So, you might ask, why only a 4? A critical hit basically just doubles your attack roll, attack damage roll. So, by hitting with a 4, she initially just hit with a 2 damage. And because she hit a natural 20, that doubled up to 4. That's how the damage system works. When you roll 20-sided die, whenever you see a 20 on your result, it's a good thing. It's actually almost always a good thing.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Jump there. Jump. And... This Mindfly is trying to kill this demon, devil. I don't know if this is a devil or demon. I guess it's a devil. They're not as chaotic as what demons are supposed to be. Just gonna keep on.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
I'm not gonna ignore the devil. We're gonna take that down until we hit it at the right amount. See? We're just gonna keep on hitting you. We're gonna waste our time here. First, we're gonna hit control save. I don't know if there is a limit or a timer for this interaction.
Your spine is mine.
Oh, 30% hit. This is gonna be a long battle.
Let these intruders open! The furnace is ours!
Hurry, before they strike.
Oh, there's more. Oh wow, there's these are level 5 creatures, meaning this is not a good encounter for us. This is supposed a rush towards the control center. I'm gonna have to disengage. Nah, why? Critical miss.
In the sticks.
We just pushed them. No! Opportunity attack. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. That's the thing with Baldur's Gate 3 and D&D tabletop, because in tabletop you're on a grid, so it's easier to avoid pretty much opportunity attacks. Because I'm like, oh no, devil, your spine is mine. We're dead. Our master is gone, so we're just gonna have to jump out of here. Now we are going to...
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
Why did I have to do that? Why did I have to roll a 1? Lysel's turn. Just gonna jump. What?
Split these intruders open! Avernus is ours!
She dead. Can't do anything. So I'm gonna have to end this encounter.
Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles, folks.